Package time. Okay, so we have another braid of just a solid black BFL in Raven. I already got one of these to go with the Peat Bog from Fat Cat Knits, but Friends and Fiber had like a really good price for a good amount of really solid black, so I went with them again. And I couldn't kind of help myself with this one. Buying one braid felt kind of silly, so... Oh wow. That's so pretty. They also sent me a sample of this Corriedale Humbug. And I got a stitch marker. That's cute. I know I got a sample from them last time, but I haven't spun that yet. Was there a stitch marker on that? I didn't check. I won't be mad if there's not. Yay.
Less than 10 seconds, the cops and Mark Zuckerberg and all these other motherfuckers no longer know who I am. So get out there, fight for what you fucking believe in, because this shit is not about Republican and Democrat anymore. This shit is about working class people and these billionaire oligarchical motherfuckers. And we need to show them we're not fucking around anymore. That's the sentiment of this song. It's called Don't Let Robert Kiss.
Okay, I forgot to say I was gonna go see Vision Video, but I just went and saw Vision Video and Denny picked me up.
Remembered 5 stars on the app. It's my only job. I have 7 kids. 5 stars on the app.
5 stars on the app. It is local yarn store day. We are here at Yarn Social, outside Yarn Social, going to go to Yarn Social, my favorite local yarn store. Okay, back from Yarn Social. I got a second braid of this Polwarth because I got one last week and I decided I need 2. Okay, if you're watching, log off. I got these 2 bat embroidery kits. I've been waiting for these to come back into stock because look at this little bat guy. So I got 2 so that I could make matching ones for me and a friend. Okay, that's all. Bye. Denny walked away and left me unattended in the car, so I'm going to show you what was purchased at the brick store. A skeleton with wiggly arms. They don't make them with wiggly arms anymore, so that's very important. 2 rats and 2 bats. If it could focus, that would be cool. 2 rats, 2 bats, 1 skeleton. The skeleton had nothing to do with me, but the bats and rats, they're gonna be friends. They're all gonna be friends. Okay, that's all. Don't tell Denny I said anything. Okay, actually just kidding, because Denny surprised me with this. I'm so happy. I love it so much. Oh, secret rat. I love it. What is this stance? Why are you going gargoyle mode?
Would you like me to take a picture of it?
It's not a picture, it's a video. So my video editing software pushed out an update that broke everything. So it's gonna be a while before I can post anything. And for some reason that is encouraging me to film more vlog clips so that eventually I'm gonna put out a video that is just vlog clips. I'm at the library. It's crochet circle night. I did not bring a crochet project. I'm gonna knit my second Hilja dress. No, I haven't finished the first one. Yes, I have gum in my mouth. Am I gonna have to edit out weird noises? Some people have mesothelioma. Hey, it's Jack, no K, Jack in the attic. And I really don't need to do an intro because you've already sat through a lot of the video. Oh well. So it feels like it's been a while. I actually have a lot of updates to share. Okay, I think that lighting is more normal. Anyway, it feels like a long time since I've sat down to film a project update. I don't know if that's actually true or if I just have a lot of projects going on right now. It could be both. It could be both. I also know I need to speak louder because the other clips in this video are loud and it's going to be really hard to get the audio even across the board. So I'm just telling you now that's probably not going to happen. Sorry if you have to turn it up significantly for this section. I really boost the audio to like 200% and it won't let me take it up further. Okay, so first of all, I finished the crochet cardigan. The crochet mesh cardigan I'm making a tutorial for. I finished mine. I didn't do ribbing on mine. I did the little tie in the front. I'll show a picture of it on because I have already changed clothes too many times today and I'm tired of it. But I'm really happy with it. Now I have my long version with the buttons and I have my short version with the tie. I'm set for the summer. I'm so sorry that the tutorial is taking so long. They're very hard to make, turns out. Tutorial videos, I mean. And a lot of things came up in my life over the last few weeks that have been detrimental to the creative process and the like having time to do things. I also mentioned earlier that my editing software broke itself and then it fixed itself, so I did a ton of editing last night. But the cardigan tutorial is about an hour long right now, like edited, and I haven't even gotten to the sleeves yet, so I knew it was going to be hard. I just didn't think it was going to be this long. It's more tedious than difficult. And I mean, so is the cardigan, so I guess that counts as my first finished object in this video. There's a huge bug on my window on the outside. Spring. So if we're talking about finished objects, the other one that I've been wearing a lot, this is my first knit made from my own hand spun. This is the Brocade colorway from Friends and Fiber on BFL. I did make the brim a little bit extra long, so it comes up pretty high, or I can, in theory, fold it over twice just to have like a thicker rolled brim. So I love it. I don't know what I expected with the color choice, because it obviously doesn't go with all the like black and most of the green I wear, because it's like more mustardy and purple, and the green is just a different tone of green than what I normally wear. And yet I've been wearing this all the time, and it's hot outside and I love it. I don't know, something about it has like filled this hole in my heart where this nasty old like mustard yellow Target clearance section beanie used to be, that I had in high school and wore all the time. I remember that specific Target trip too, because that was the first time I ever purchased Magic the Gathering cards. So anyway, first ever hand spun make. It is a little wobbly, a little wonky. You can very much tell it's hand spun. You can also tell where the skein, I mean, maybe you can tell better in person, but it is like a kind of obvious line here. I'm glad the colors matched up at least, but the thickness of the yarn changes pretty significantly from here to here. I'm amazed the shape of it still worked out. Anyway, I love it. The cast on ended up a little bit ropey. The extra twist, just didn't agree with it. But the rest of it is like perfectly soft and nice. So I guess I will actually knit with my hand spun, whatever, instead of just spinning and hoarding. Speaking of spinning and hoarding, also speaking of it being hot outside, if I look pink, it's because I am. I'm trying to not wear foundation for a little while. So we're just gonna be pink for a while. Okay, hand spun. It's Pumpkin Patch. It's my other colorway from Friends and Fiber, and this little tiny baby one too. I'm so happy with it. You know, at some point in this video, I'm gonna figure out the lighting. It's so pretty. Sorry, I tried to adjust the blind so the lighting would be a little bit better. But yeah, I'm so happy with this spin. With BFL, I tend to end up spinning about a DK if it's 2-ply. Approximately a DK. I knit that hat at about a sport weight, but I think I probably could have gotten away with a DK. I've started experimenting with a different fiber, and it's going so completely different. I have to tell you about it now before we even finish talking about FOs. So one night at Yarn Social, I was feeling around on the fibers, and this was just so soft. I couldn't help myself. I thought, oh, I need to challenge myself a little bit and start spinning things other than BFL. So I grabbed this Polwarth from John Arbon Textiles, this undyed braided top, and thought, this is going to be hard to spin because it's so soft and so smooth. I am going to, you know, work my way up into feeling brave enough to spin this. I apparently could not wait that long because I think within a week or the next week, I started spinning it. And hey, this just spins itself. Beauty influencer hand. I wish it would focus. Okay, so accidentally broke the yarn taking it off of the e-spinner so that I could show you, but it's so thin. I'm spinning like barely lace weight. Extremely easily. Now I do experience some strange phenomenon. I take a 2 or 3 week break from spinning and I come back and immediately spin significantly better than I did before. But I really just think it's the fiber. I thought this would be a difficult fiber. I looked it up. Apparently it has like a lot of the textile qualities of merino, the softness and the smoothness, but it spins really easily because it has this like, I don't know all the official terms. I'm not a professional here, but I would call it like a micro crimp. It has just this little bit of texture to it. That means it spins so easily. So I bought 2 more braids of it. I don't know what I'm gonna make with this, and it's taking a long time. I have been working on just this bobbin for like 2 weeks. Just a little bit, a few nights a week. So this is maybe 7 or 8 evenings of spinning just for a couple hours, and I'm not even halfway through the first braid. So this will keep me occupied for a long time, and that's actually good. You know, that's economical. So I was too afraid to dye it in the braid. I'm gonna dye the yarn instead. Is it gonna be a tonal black and gray? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, it kind of feels like a shame because it is like such a beautiful pure white wool. But also, like, who cares? I'm not gonna wear it if it's white. It's my spin, so who cares? Sorry we jumped straight into spinning. I will come back to my finished objects eventually, I promise, but one more spin. Right before I started spinning the Polwarth, I know I'm saying that wrong. I've heard people say it a bunch of different ways and my mouth just defaults to Polwarth. I think it might be, no, I don't know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Right before I started spinning that, I was kind of in a spinning slump. I just hadn't spun in a couple of weeks. Needed to just sit down and spin something. And I have had this green Cloverfield colorway from Divine Dye Works for months. I've had little bits of it involved in like several different experimental spins, and I really just told myself, just sit down and spin it. Like, do some kind of intentional skill regression just to spin for the fun of it. It's thick and thin, it's all over the place. I haven't, like, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I'm gonna apply it. I think with the thick and thin element, it might be cool if I like plied it with thread and made it like, not boucle, but the other lump, the one that's just lumpy. I think I might make some lumpy yarn with this. I had to just get this out of my system, and I think I did. Okay, back to what we were actually talking about, finished objects. I finished my Fairy Chasm tank top. I'll put a little video of that here. It's been technically finished since before the knit along started. I wanted to be prepared in case people had like questions. I wanted to do the knit along with everyone, like really wanted to do it together. Instead, I am doing it in spirit because, again, I wanted to have the experience of actually knitting the thing in case anything came up. And in my experience knitting the thing, I ran into one section where the stitch count was off, and I emailed the designer, Witching Hour Knits, who like very quickly and efficiently and kindly responded to my email, fixed the pattern, sent out a new version of the pattern. It was like, I don't know, less than 24 hours that was all handled. It was very fast. I was pretty impressed. So yeah, my tank top. I meant to save one of the yarn bands from the yarn I used, but it is a Hobie yarn. It's like 50% cotton, 50% linen. I'm looking up how to pronounce the name of this yarn because it's a word I'm not familiar with. I'll put it right here. It's either olivine or something else. It's a decaketide, a secondary alpha hydroxy ketone, and an anthracinone. It has a role as a metabolite. Anyway, that's probably not what they meant. I'll put a picture of the yarn up. And let me tell you, I know you can't see that I'm actually wearing the top right now, but I am. Let me tell you, that yarn has some teeth on it. It really tore up my hands to knit with it. It softened up really lovely in the wash, but it was a real experience to knit with that. And I knew it would be. It's nothing against the yarn. It's just a characteristic of high linen content in a yarn in my experience. But yeah, I love the drape and the weight of linen yarn, how it doesn't feel like thick or warm, but it feels heavy. I love the weight of it very specifically. So yeah, very happy with my tank top. It is the perfect little barely a shirt type of thing I was looking for the summer. And knit along is going well. I've seen a lot of cast-ons. People have shared a lot of pictures of progress. I think we have one finished so far. It's just making me really happy to see everyone's projects. I'm having a great time. I hope everyone else is having fun with it. I'm seeing a lot of good color choices. A lot of black, but a lot of other colors. Yeah, there's a pink. There are a lot of greens. I've seen like a tonal red. That one's really cool. Some blues, but also yes, a lot of black. We are one. So the knit along does run through this entire month of May. Oh, don't forget, when you finish your project, when you post pictures of the finished object, don't forget to let me know, like in either the description of the photo or in a comment or something, if you want a picture of your finished object to be included in the wrap-up video. If you don't specifically let me know, I'm gonna leave it out. I'm sorry. I don't want to accidentally include anyone who doesn't want to be included, so it's gonna have to be like really explicitly stated that you want to be in the video. So just letting you know. The other thing I finished very recently, I actually bought the fabric and then finished this the next day. I'll put up a video. I made some like lounge pants. And yeah, I made it out of quilting cotton. I don't care that you're not supposed to do that, not supposed to. I don't think anyone actually cares, like there is no hard and fast rule. It's literally just cotton. I think the general consensus is that quilting cotton is like too stiff, it's not gonna be comfortable, it's gonna drape weird. But I don't know, either I got lucky or I don't know what, because I can lean back, certainly the video is not that long. I love these. They feel super comfortable. I've worn them out of the house twice already, but they are supposed to be like pajama pants. The pattern I will link below. I went searching for something very specific in a sewing pattern on Etsy for like a pinafore apron dress that ties on the sides. That's what I was looking for, and I found one that I liked, and I found these pants by the same creator. Now, I have become pretty paranoid about buying patterns on Etsy from designers I'm not already familiar with, because I know it is just kind of flooded with AI slop. I just have to say this now, and I know it's not going to apply to most of you, but for like the few people out there who are going to end up watching this video, if you have an issue with me having an issue with AI patterns taking over a handmade focused marketplace, just leave. I don't want to have this conversation with you. Bye. So again, this is a pattern designer that I wasn't familiar with, so I was really digging through pictures and reviews and everything because the models look smooth, you know? When someone looks too smooth, like, is it editing or is it AI? I'm not accusing this designer of literally anything. I'm pretty sure they're all clear above board. I made the pattern and it worked well. I think they may have a different first language than me, and that's not a problem at all. Everything ended up being totally understandable. There were some little like language swaps that I think would be indicative of ESL, but I think it's like way more likely to be that than written by AI. The only thing that sort of tripped me up was in one of the product photos for the other pattern that I purchased. The model had 2 different colored thumbnails, and I don't know. That could be an editing error. That could be literally just showing up with your nails half painted. I've done that. I looked through a lot of listings. I looked through a lot of pictures, and everyone had the right number of fingers and the right number of toes, and they didn't like have drastically changed facial features from one picture to another. So I think we got a real designer on our hands. I couldn't find an Instagram or anything for this person, so that's why I'm being so weird about it, and I'm sorry. I genuinely hope the designer never sees this video, because like even the suspicion I feel bad about having, I think that would suck to spend so much time making something and have people look at it and say, is this AI? So I have to re-emphasize, I'm just paranoid because it's happening a lot, and some of the faces were too smooth. Sorry, that was all weird. Let's talk about the positives. These pants are so comfortable. I really like the fit. We know I love a big pants. I love big pants. This came together in like maybe 3 hours. It was pretty quick, and I am not a fast sewist. I think there were a couple parts of the instructions that maybe needed a little bit more detail for this to be extremely beginner friendly, but I think if you have enough of the terminology down, like basically anyone could make these. I made them with 3 yards of like a narrower fabric because it is, again, quilting cotton. This just ended up being exactly what I wanted out of a pattern, so couldn't really ask for more. I think those are all my finished objects: the crochet mesh cardigan, the hand spun hat, the fairy chasm tank, and my new fancy pants. So let's talk about some whips. I have a lot of whips. I'll get this one out of the way first. Kay, you must skip forward again. 45 seconds this time. The bat. It's so cute. It's going so well. I just have the rest of the body to finish and then the wings. But look at his little nose. He's just got a really cute little face. He's so blurry. Anyway, I've been wanting these kits for a while now. Of course, they were advertised for Halloween, so they were sold out for Halloween. Happy to have them now. I will say, I do think the kits are a little bit pricey. But they're very convenient. They have everything in there already, like all of the embroidery floss they have on a card with the color numbers and everything right next to it. So it's very convenient, very efficient. And I think that's what I'm paying for, is the convenience and the instructions and everything being like ready to go. So not a complaint. So yeah. Was that 30 seconds? Okay, I think we're good. One thing in the vlog clips, I know I showed myself working on this one a lot. The Cottagecore Crop in my hand-dyed Haunted Swamp Noodles. I actually haven't taken this out of the bag in like a week. I've been working on something else. Oh, I'm at the end of a row. Let me finish that. I have reached the point of this project where it's just stockinette. So I have been carrying this around like Costco, and I brought it to the Vision Video concert that I could not show that much of, by the way. There is like no 15-second grace period or anything that I suspected there might be. I just can't put any of the songs in, even just the little like 5-second clips I was planning on. But it was a great show, even though I was standing in the back knitting for the first, I say the first band. I got there after 2 of the openers, and I watched the 3rd opener, who was Urban Heat, who I actually really like, and I didn't realize they were I was already watching them perform live before I realized, oh, I know this band. Whatever, they were great. Vision Video was also great. I had a fantastic time. But yes, through the beginning of the show, I was standing in the back knitting. And here we are. We're at the part where the sleeves are separated. We're just doing stockinette. I talked a little bit about my camo fears, how I worried it was going to end up looking a little bit camo. My fears have come back a little bit, I think. Maybe just a little bit. The good news is, I dyed this once. I could do it again. I'm thinking I might just make a pot of a gray dye, like light, just a little bit of dye, and just dunk this in and let it get a little bit darker. Maybe I finish it and I put it on and I like it. I don't know. We'll find out. But this is where I'm at. I think the shape of it's going to be cute. I think the pattern is well written. Y'all know I link everything I talk about, so it'll be in the thing, wherever. What has taken a lot of my attention lately, it's my second Hilja dress, and I can see the first one staring at me from 4 feet away, saying, you didn't even finish me, hello? But I maintain that this is an easy knit. It is a stockinette tank top and then a stockinette tube. It's fine. I will be able to make a warm weather version. This is the Hobie Cotton Silk. I will be able to make this warm weather version probably before like the end of June, so that I have a little bit of time to wear this. And then when it's super hot, I'm not going to want to wear anything. But then end of summer into fall, this is going to be great. And then I can finish my cold weather version. I have a plan. It's gonna be fine. So this one, I actually made a mistake that I ended up liking, so I'm going with it. And that is, I connected the front bits too soon. So I'm doing like a half length button placket, which I think is going to be a good idea, because if I have it all the way unbuttoned when it's super hot, it won't like pull and have weird gaps on the rest of the button placket. I can just have the top completely unbuttoned if I want to without it being a problem. I have the full button placket on the cold weather version, and I think that will be useful for layering shirts underneath. So that's what I've been mostly working on for the last week or so. Unless I'm a passenger in a car, then I've been working on the pride bandanas. I just have a bag of these now. What have I made? Here's one. Here's one that's slightly different. Here's one, also slightly different. Wait, maybe the first two are identical. Yes, they are. They're not different at all. They're the same. Oh, and I made a hat. That's cute. Okay, I love that. I need to be putting a little bit more time and effort into these because it's May and these are for Pride. Luckily, I've already given away like 7 of them. That's great. So I am making progress with the 10-pound box of Pride yarn. The black and white striped cardigan. Let's talk about that. I had been making some decent progress with this. I actually can't remember what state it was in when I last showed you. I think it had the button band but no sleeves, or maybe like part of a sleeve. I have just a big piece of fuzz. I have a sleeve now, and I'm doing the cuff. And I got to this much yarn left, and I just stopped, and I haven't worked on it in weeks. I think I'll be happy to pick this up in summer so that I have it ready for like the summer to fall transition, because it is cotton, it's pretty light. Had I finished it a month ago, like, I'd be thrilled and I'd be wearing it, but it's not the end of the world. Sleeve Island is so real, and I am a perpetual victim of Sleeve Island. But, I mean, like I was saying, it's not the end of the world. There's never going to be a time in my life where I don't want to wear a black and white striped cardigan. It hasn't happened yet. It's not going to start happening now. So, if this takes longer than expected, again, who cares? It's already been on the needles for a year. Who cares? And on the theme of doing everything in the month of May, there's a make-along that I'm stoked about. Today is May 10th, and I haven't even started this, but it's for the month of May. I, in fact, only have purchased the yarn and found a crochet pattern, but I'm not positive if I want to use a crochet pattern or a knit pattern. But it's the Jackass Collective Tiddy Top Make-Along Tiddy. The concept, per Jordan of Jackass Collective, is to make knitting slutty again. But it is open to all fiber arts, knitting, crochet, Tunisian crochet, whoever. So I will link the video about it below if you're interested. While it does run for just the month of May, I think I'm not gonna care so much if I have to continue into June. I think May is just like the month that those projects are going to be like shared. So, So I picked this yarn up when I went to Yarn Barn in Lawrence and didn't film a single thing. I walked in the store and forgot I had a yarn channel on YouTube. Anyway, it's Cascade Cotton Sox in a black and like a chartreuse. It's a little more green in real life. It's showing up pretty yellow on this camera, on my phone camera, pretty much everywhere it's showing up yellow, but I swear in real life it's a little bit green. So I want to do something stripy with these. Because of course I do. So I will keep you updated on that. obviously don't have very much to share at the moment, but more to come. And I am once again going to say, oh, that's all I'm working on right now. That's all, just those several things. It's too many things. And it's my fault. And I insist it's not a problem. Anyway, let me know what you're working on, especially if it's 100 things. I want to know. The crochet cardigan tutorial will be the next video, like no matter what. There are many ways this could go wrong, but I'm speaking it into existence in this moment. As always, don't forget to stretch and rest and take care of your joints. But go and live your best yarny life as well. And I will see you next time. Bye.